Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I've been running out of jokes to tell you, so if you can send me some, that would be great. But I'm trying to remember, did I tell you the one about the roof? Oh, never mind, that one's over your head. So, have you ever been super embarrassed that you weren't able to do something that you said you could easily do? There's nothing worse than the feeling of realizing that everyone was watching, you told them you could do something, but here you are flailing around, not meeting the standard that you set. Today, we're finally in the New Testament, and our flailing hero for today is Peter, one of the disciples of Jesus. So, right before Jesus is crucified, Peter tells Jesus that he would do anything for him, that he would even die for him. But then Jesus kind of puts him in his place and says, actually, just today, you will deny knowing me, not one, not two, but 3 times. 3 times today. And a few verses later in the text, Peter does just that. 3 different times, somebody says to him, don't you know that guy, the one who's being killed right now? And 3 different times, Peter says, who, him? No, I don't know him. Peter doesn't even really realize what he's doing. After the 3rd time, the rooster crows, and suddenly he does realize, and he goes and he weeps bitterly because he's so ashamed for what he's done. When we build ourselves up and focus on our own abilities, we can easily fail, and it doesn't feel good. So I used to play a lot of volleyball growing up, and our team was generally pretty good. And if we were playing against other teams that we knew were good, we would often rise to the challenge and it would be an awesome game of volleyball. But sometimes we'd play against teams that we knew were not very good, and so we'd come into it with a very different attitude. During warm-up, we would be laughing and joking, not taking it very seriously. And during the game, we might even be chatting in between the rallies, or you go back for your serve and you're not really paying attention to what you're doing. You just do it because you think, this is easy, we got this. And then suddenly you're halfway through the game and you're losing against a team that you really shouldn't be losing to. Have you ever had something like that happen? It's pretty embarrassing, right? The other team is all ramped up because they're beating you, and you're suddenly flailing, feeling quite embarrassed. Sometimes when we come into things acting overconfident, we really miss the mark, and we don't realize that we're missing it until partway in, and we look around and we can't believe where we are. And I think that's kind of how Peter felt in today's story. I think he didn't even really realize what was happening until the end, and then he felt pretty terrible. So our lesson from Peter today is to walk in humility, face tests with courage, and always remember that mistakes happen and that God has grace for us. And we can learn from it and move forward, not with pride for our own abilities, but looking to God to be our strength. So if you're joining us for Sunday School today, just remember that the links for the videos are in the description box for this video. And we're continuing on in the series Proverbs, and today the topic is listen, and we're talking about how we listen to God's wisdom and how we apply that to our lives. So go check those out, and we'll see you next time.